Oh, I just want to comment stuff, and everybody goes on about Kyle Shanahan being such an offensive genius. I'm like, last year he had to figure out, I hand off the ball to Debo Samuel, run that way, and don't get tackled. I mean, he got less than a 500% win rate. You know, I mean, and he's constantly saved by the defense. The average scores per game is not that high.
You're right. You're right. It took him half the year to figure out to hand the ball. How does it take you that long to figure out hand the ball to your best player? Remember when Trey Lance started in Arizona and they lost and they gave Debo one carry at the 10-yard line and he scored untouched? He was like, it was the fourth quarter too. It took you that long to find that play. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think even during that game that the stats were, he was really close to Murray. You know, for as far as stats. I mean, he almost went. And then Jimmy G got whooped by Colt McCoy.
That's true. That's true.
And, every year, Kyle tries to implement his system. He goes into, like, the championship game, does 3 quarters of what everybody does, and then in the last quarter, he's like, all right, my system, and blows it.
I know. It's really weird. I mean, his tenure here has been defined by defense and an offense that really – has never found a consistent identity or quarterback.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to cut this short, but I got to go. My boss is like waving at me.
JC, that was fun.
Later.
Take care. That was cool. All right. Let's get Bryant Culp on the show. Hey, Bryant. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me on. I got to go to Subway the other day after I heard the news about Jimmy, and we tried that sub being Lily, and it's not bad.
Nice.
I'm hoping they cut him soon, but I just don't see it happening. I think you're right.
All of a sudden, they're like afraid of the Seahawks signing him.
Yep, I think you're right. I think you nailed it right there, and I think they're just going to hold him until they pass the Seahawks, and then maybe they can let him go somewhere else. And then the other thing I wanted to say to you real quick was, why pay Debo? Why?
Well, they haven't yet, have they? That's the one thing I wanted to say. On this day, today should be the day. If it's going to happen, it should be today or tomorrow morning. So that's like Debo Watch is officially on today. But I'm saying with you, like, if you have it's the Kyler Murray thing. It's the same thing as Kyler Murray. They have questions about Kyler Murray's professionalism or maturity or study habits. Why are you giving him $230 million? Why don't you wait a year? Wait one more year and see and learn a little bit of. He's 25, right? He might answer those questions or not. Same with Debo. If you have questions about whatever, his lower body injuries, his off-season training habits, or not, wait a year. If you really have questions.
Yeah, I think he's a great player. I think he deserves to get paid. But when you have the ability to franchise tag him, why wouldn't you think of doing that?
Well, the thing with the franchise tag is technically they don't have to sign it.
Right.
They don't have to. But I mean,
because he's got one more year this year, right? So make him play make him play his rookie contract out and then franchise tag him next year.
Well, look, I mean, he still hasn't signed yet. It seems like, I don't know, DK got signed. It's taken a while. If he doesn't get signed by tomorrow, it's officially getting really weird. Tomorrow is sort of like the first deadline, not a deadline, but the first deadline because the pads go on. He's starting to miss important things if he's not there tomorrow. So let's see.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me on, and I'll call in again. You have a great day.
Take care, Brian. Again, the thing with Debo to me is I think DK Metcalf has the same agent as him. DK just got a 3-year extension. I think Debo would want a 3-year extension. I think the Niners want to give him a 5-year extension. The difference, I mean, both of them would have most of the guaranteed money in the first 2 years. The Niners just want those extra years of like team control. Players don't want that anymore. Will they change their precedent?